This video is for the ladies who love ladies. And the musical theater loving gays and everybody else that's interested. Wicked has long been considered a very gay story. From the book in the 90s to the Broadway musical to now the movie. And it's official. Confirmed by Gregory Maguire, who wrote the source material. These two were thick as thieves and definitely not loathing. In fact, one or both of these ladies were really, really into the other. Fiyero is just a chess piece. In a new interview released this week, author Gregory Maguire says, "I wanted to make Oz seem as real as Middle-earth," referencing Tolkien. "I wanted it to have a depth of culture, a depth of history, and a depth of complexity of experience that was more analogous to the world in which we live. And that meant it had to have varieties of sexual experience." And then he dives deep. I'm having to restrain myself from making like the worst jokes over and over again. You're welcome, okay? I do have restraint. Varieties of sexual experience, blah, 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 blah. If you haven't read Maguire's book, which the movie and the Broadway show are based on, there is a moment in the book where Glinda and Elphaba actually kiss. Oh my God, it doesn't get any gayer than that. Yes. But Maguire adds, that was intentional and it was modest and restrained and refined in such a way that one could imagine that one of these two young women felt more than the other and had not wanted to say it. Sadly, that kiss did not happen in the musical on Broadway, but maybe it will in Wicked too? Maguire adds, had felt more than the other and had not wanted to say it, or perhaps because a novelist can't write every scene. Perhaps when the lights were out and the novelist was out having a smoke in the back alley, the girls had sex in the bed on the way to Emerald City. I wanted to propose this possibility, but I did not want to make a declarative statement about it. Well, you just did, Gregory. The author is a gay man himself, and he wanted to address the parallels between the book and the AIDS crisis, which he says was on his mind while writing the novel. And spoiler alert, you've been warned, spoiler alert, Gregory Maguire adds, when Fiyero is murdered, as far as we know, and Elphaba retreats into the monastery of nuns, she spends 7 years there, and her job is to take care of the dying. And that was my nod to where we had been and where we were in our community. And by then, by the time I wrote the book, I had been living with a man for 15 years or so. I knew that somebody would have to care for dying people, even in a magic land where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. And this is an interesting nugget. Gregory Maguire adds that when Stephen Schwartz, who did the music and lyrics for Wicked, approached him about turning his book into a Broadway musical, he said that he didn't want to be involved with the production. Maguire explains, I did not want to be distracted by whatever arguments might arise from collaborative work, because being a novelist is almost always a singular experience. He adds, I also wanted to honor the ambition and strength and talent and vision of other artists and not interfere with them in the same way I didn't feel that L. Frank Baum had come out of his grave and interfered with me. And I thought that was only honorable to say. As long as you have proven to me you know why I wrote this book, then go ahead. And if you really loved the Wicked movie and want more Glinda and Elphaba, Gregory Maguire has written 8 books in the Wicked universe. 8. His latest, Elphie, A Wicked Childhood, will be published next year. You know what this means, right? We will be getting some sequels. Right? I mean, maybe Steven Schwartz won't be involved with the music, but with the amount of money that Wicked has made, we will be getting a sequel in some way, shape, or form. Exciting. Thoughts on the gayness of it all? Let me know in the comment section.